I have a little bit of a surprise for you. I'm not only going to tell you how you can increase your revenues by 35+%. I'm going to share with you 3 more tactics, or actually probably more like a strategies, with which you can increase. With one of them, actually, you can increase up to 50% your revenues. I don't know how this combines with the 50%, but definitely you're going to get a lot of money. I'm also going to be sharing with you how you can get time for yourself, actually save more than 8 hours a week by using some technologies and automations. And I'm going to do something very special. I'm going to share with you my superpower. Yeah? So what are you going to tell me if I tell you that actually I know what would be the next purchase of which one in this room? Like really the next purchase. And not only in this room, rather in the whole country and half of Cyprus. Really, guys, for instance, I know that this lady over there that is actually making a video of me, that she's changing houses, and she most probably will buy some sheets for her 2 daughters. Maybe something pinkish with cats and, I don't know, dogs. And she might buy like 1, 2, 3, or maybe 11 dresses that are pinkish as well. Yeah, so yeah, I know that because I know her. But that's the magic that I want to tell you. That this very simple idea, me and my co-founder Javor, actually, and I use like real intelligence to like deduce what she would buy next because I know her. But what we did is that we started to use like behavior data, what users do on the websites of all the apps of our clients. And based on that, we started to predict the next purchase with actually a high accuracy. We actually were able to predict the next session, so to engage the users. We actually able to predict what's the optimal time to contact these users and so on and so forth. So Releva, and I have like a couple of slides, I go very fast through them, but I think that's an inspiring story as well. So it's about 3 years old company. We've been working 2 years on a product market fit, and then last year we took our first investment and we ran from 20, 30 customers to more than 400 customers in 1 year. We got bunch of awards. For instance, we are going to the States. So we won the best startups in Bulgaria, and we are going to the States to pitch in front of in San Francisco. Actually, Google found us. I'm just coming from Berlin, where they're accelerating us, and we're actually working with them to personalize Google Ads and you know, integrating around the Google Analytics platform so that we can provide our services to more people. But that was actually amazing to see. Actually, I expected a close company. But I can tell you that, and including to the girl that was speaking just before me from Google, that this is really an open company, and actually we have access even to the engineers that are working on the large language models that, you know, something that is similar to ChatGPT. So amazing company, Google. Actually, European Union also invested in us and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that we are sort of a trusted company now. And yeah, so we are delivering on expectations as well. Okay, so usually at that point, there are a bunch of people that are thinking, okay guys, so you're tracking these people, is the GDPR compliant, people are afraid to give their data and stuff like that. And I'm usually telling this story. Yeah, which is actually the story behind Releva and why we founded it. So when I was a teenager, I was living in this small country, Bulgaria, in a small city on the north part, at a small street in a small house, and there was this small shop at the beginning of the street that was selling groceries to the families of the whole street. And you can imagine a teenager, you know, like running every day, taking the groceries and having fun with that. And that was because the owner, he was actually a previous football player, and he was training the youngsters in that city. And I was fascinated about football at that time. So I was going every day to that guy, drinking tea, having a donut, chatting about what inspires me at that moment the most, having deep relationships with the guys. And I was like even not looking at in the back. On a couple of times I got like, you know, things from my mom saying, you know, tell John to, you know, not getting these potatoes for Brian because, you know, if I remove all the black spots from these potatoes, we got no potatoes to fry. And that guy was actually taking very seriously this feedback, you know, and he was sourcing like this food. And with time, we trusted each other, and I was not even looking in the back, you know, I'm just taking it. And you're not getting that experience at all in like Billa, Costco that killed like these small shops, but you definitely don't get that online, yeah? And we as a company want to bring this experience back online, yeah? So this is what we want to do. And here are a bunch of use cases that really are, you know, frustrating for us online. Like imagine that you are 7 months in a pregnancy, you never drink alcohol in your life, or you occasionally beer, and then you go to the grocery website and you see vodka on a promotion. Yeah? What is that? Another use case. I'm quite certain that every one of you received at least 10 newsletters from brands that you like with products that have nothing to do with you at the moment, yeah? I'm quite certain that you've done that. And we have a use case where we pick up automatically from the products that are discounted and somehow exclusive, and we make a selection of 8 or 6 items and we send them to you. And the open rate and the click rate is twice the open rate and the click rate of the usual newsletter. One more use case, the last one, you go to a website, you buy an amazing orange sofa, like as orange as you can think of, yeah? You buy it. And then you go to the news website, you see that sofa. You go in Facebook, you see the same sofa. You go and read the news, you see the sofa. You even go to the messenger in Facebook and you see the sofa. So that's something that we want to try like removing as well. We actually have a very good integration with Facebook that will be followed by integration with Google that we're actually doing with them at the moment. But I'll come back to that in the moment. So now on the numbers. This is something very special, yeah? So people say, it's over there. So people say that, so actually that's a survey done with from a lot of people from Telio segment. They are like one of the biggest customer data platform around the world. And they found that people, and that's actually also I can find you also other sources, and also our data show that people spend 34% more money if you have personalization. If you have that personal thing, you know, you go to the website, you see your things, you search for a dress, it gives you the red dress that you love, yeah, not some random red dresses that are discounted or are bestsellers. So this thing, this 34%, this makes about 2 billion in the States, yeah? That's a lot of money. And it also makes about 40 billion, 30, but I think the upper bound is 40 billion at the Balkans. That makes about 2 billion by 2027 for Greece, guys. Yeah? 2 billion. Okay, so that might be like an upper bound, yeah? Let's take it's 1 billion, yeah? And if there are like 1,000, just 1,000 e-commerces from Greece that jump on it now, 2007, each one of you guys of these e-commerces will make 1 million more, just because of that number. if you invest in personalization, of course. Okay, one more thing. This is an example with cosmetics. We know that women buy cosmetics, men as well. Not in Bulgaria, but I guess in general. Okay, so now we have like different personalities of people, right? And like the shy girls, they also buy cosmetics, and like the wild girls, they also buy cosmetics. You know, these are like two very different, like real extremes, right? But what about if you show to the shy lady on the right, you show the first picture and the first like narrative, yeah? She will be like, yeah? Maybe she will buy it, yeah? But what about if you show to the crazy lady the shy lady, yeah? And the narrative, I think that she's not going to look at that at all. Actually, research, this is real research, academic research, done with real e-commerces, like I think 1,000, that if you show the right creative and the right narrative to the person, you will be like having 40% more clicks and 50% more purchases. Yeah? And to make it even harder, people change. Like they can be like shy one day and crazy, like not tomorrow, but maybe in 2 years. Yeah? So that's the second thing. So the third thing is we collect a lot of data, and actually companies like us collect a lot of data. Google collects a lot of data. If you work with Google and with us, I guess you will be able to be benchmarked against the standard. Yeah? And we've seen that brands that take our advices, you know, and want to be benchmarked and want to take that advice, they can grow 10% more in more revenues in just 1 month. Because they adapt the things that they do, they have certain standards how we do things and stuff. So that's one more thing. And now the widest thing, yeah? So maybe there are people in this world that don't care about money, yeah? Yeah, I don't think that these people are in this room, but I think that there would be people that don't care about money. But everybody cares about time, yeah? And you know, guys, if I am one leg in the grave, you know, there will be just one question that I will be asking myself, and it will be why I shouldn't work with Releva to take these 8 hours back a week, yeah? Or another company. It doesn't need to be Releva, you know? Okay, so how that unveils? So I'm an anonymous user. I click on, let's say, this red dress over there on the right, you know? And when I go back to the home page, let's browse a little bit. But when I go back to the home page, and this is just one click, I get these pink dresses. You know, I'm an anonymous user. I just do one click, and the system starts to personalize. So let's say that, actually I did this click, yeah? Not a woman, but I did this click because pink dresses look good, the PowerPoint. And this is my browsing history. So this is like, I browse these dresses, you know, they are all pink, they like look similar to each other. And there is this random user, yeah, user 2. And look what the first user will get in the email. Run, run. So the first user will get like pink dresses, you know. And the second user will get, you know, like additives, like this person have been clicking on, you know, from exactly that brand. I've been clicking on men's and women's things. You see the top, the system recommended like shorts. And, you know, like alternatives to the sneakers that she or he have been browsing. That's the newsletter, okay? And how about that? Yeah, I think that I like this version. Somehow This is actually automatically generated. We are testing this right now, having pilot clients to also create some creative and narrative to like stimulate the user to jump in and make a purchase. But the rest of the email is the same, that we are, like more than 4 other clients are using it at the moment. And somehow the system thought that I'm a crazy, like from the craziest part of the spectrum. But if it knew that it was me, most probably it should have been created that image. Okay, so I'll try to be faster here. So these are some of the numbers that we get. So if you use personalization in email, this is what we get. We have a little bit better deliverability. We deliver better 4%. There is nothing magical in there. We just use proper servers, and we don't share it with everybody. So our enterprise clients are using separate IPs than the rest, and so on and so forth. So we pay like special attention to that. But if you use software to like optimize for the user and generate the title of the email, you get at least 28% more. You can, if you have like selection of products, you receive 71% more clicks in the email. And you get like about 2x in revenues in comparison to a market leader. Market leader in email. They're doing like only email, guys. What about Facebook? So with Facebook, we have a trick, and I don't have the time to explain it now, but come to our booth. I'll be happy to share with you how we do it exactly. But if you run the campaign through us, you'll be able, so the campaign will be 50% faster in learning, and then it will be like, the cost per click will decrease 50%, price per result will decrease 32%, and this is taken from one from our pilot clients 3 months ago, I think, and I think that right now we are even better. Okay, so not even increasing the revenues or the money per dollar that you spent, but you can decrease by 50% the spend on Facebook. And that's super easy, guys. I mean, 2 use cases. I go to the website and I immediately bounce. Another person goes to the website, as I did, looks at one pink dress, then looks at 3 other similar pink dresses. Who do you think you should retarget? Not the first one, definitely no. Yeah, wow, the second one, I think that there is a huge percentage that this person will buy from you. And I'll tell you a secret, about 50% of your hits are bounces. And Facebook, I'm not going to tell you why, we will target everybody. Okay, so this is like a case study with one of our first, second, or third client, Kitso. It's one of the, like a trendy kid clothes websites in Bulgaria. I think that they have also in Romania and Greece, but I'm not quite certain what happened with these shops. But you see, so email, 41% open rate from automations, 15% open rate from manual campaigns. So you see that we got like 20% like that. I think this is like 100 and something % increase. Click rate from automations 81, click rate from manual campaigns, they're good in that thing, but I think that they're tricking the statistics a little bit because they use our recommenders in their manual emails as well. So that's why I think the clicking rate is the same. But the conversion rate, you see 6.40% conversion rate from manual campaign, 63% conversion from rates from automations. I just want to say that these numbers here, they are calculated from the previous one. So Open rate is calculated from deliveries, clicks are calculated from opens, and conversions are calculated from clicks. Yeah, not like as you might expect it, everything calculated from deliveries. And yeah, so that would be the end of the presentation. Thank you very much, guys.
That was really nice and interesting, also with the personalization. But unfortunately, we don't have time for questions here because I've said that there's a 20-minute slot for everybody, so it depends. But if I understand correctly, you have a stand around the corner, so if anyone can come over and see you, right?
I will answer all questions faithfully.
I think you can answer all questions, yeah, I'm sure about that. Thanks very much. You will try, yeah.